Welcome to the very first episode of Millennium Recycling's podcast. I'm Marissa, and today is November 15th, which is America Recycles Day. Today we're going to talk a little bit about how recycling works in our community and specifically focus on bags. If you live in the Sioux Falls area, you've probably heard the recent news about how recycling needs to be loose in your bin and that Millennium is no longer accepting plastic bags. For those who are unfamiliar with Millennium, we are a small privately owned company here in Sioux Falls. We serve communities across the entire region, and Sioux Falls is just one of the communities that brings us materials. We take single stream materials for recycling, which means everything that is sent to us is mixed together. Prior to single stream being the standard practice in the US, you would have source separated materials, meaning you'd have a container for cardboard, for plastic, for glass, for metal, all these different bins. But now, because of single stream, you can put it all in one cart. It comes to a processor like Millennium, where the materials are then put into our sorting equipment and the equipment sorts it out automatically. Over 15 years ago, Millennium introduced single stream to the Sioux Falls area, and we asked that materials be loose in the bin. We need materials loose so that our equipment can see the materials and sort it out. We have only ever allowed two different types of materials to be bagged. One of those materials that we still allow to this day is shredded paper. If you don't bag your shredded paper at home, it's impossible to capture it. So we do still allow shredded paper to be bagged. We just ask that you put it in a clear bag and tie it shut so that we can immediately see that it's shredded paper and get it out. The other item that we previously allowed to be bagged, but we no longer accept, was plastic bags themselves. So we were able to take plastic bags and film if they were bagged together in a bag. When I say film, I'm talking about shrink wrap, the stretch wrap that goes around a mattress or your bottled water, that type of case wrap. However, if you think about plastic bags, there's such an abundance of the material all over. The processors who use that material have really the pick of the litter in where they get that material from. When it comes from a facility like Millennium, where everything is mixed together, that material is usually not as clean as you can get it when you go to somewhere like a grocery store or a retail store that has that separate drop-off location. So in 2019, we were no longer able to send that material anywhere, and we had to remove that from our program. That is the only change we have made to our single stream program in the over 15 years that we've been providing it to the community. So it was a pretty big deal that we had to remove plastic bags. Another problem with bagged materials is the risk that it poses to our team members. Along with the automated system that's sorting out the yes items, we also have a team of people that are watching the materials come in and pulling out anything that should not be on there. Could be things that might damage our equipment, like scrap metal, scrap wood, stringy Christmas lights, or wire hangers, and bags. So if a bag of materials come in, previously our team would have to find it, rip it open, and get those materials loose so that our equipment could see it. As you can imagine, there has been some interesting things that people put in their recycling bins, and when it's bagged, we really have no idea what is inside those bags. It's full of yard waste or pet waste or needles or diapers. There really could be anything inside those bags. So it has always been a big safety concern for our team members to have to open bagged material. It also causes a lot of issues for the equipment because it can get stuck and wrapped around the different shafts. It can cause us to shut down. Our team has to go in and physically cut out the bags. Just in general, across the entire country, in curbside recycling, bags are not allowed. If it's in a bag, it's usually trash. We have really tried to accommodate, but just with the problems that we've been facing, it has become quite the challenge. So last year, we invested in new AI robots that are pulling out all plastic bags. This increases our efficiency and gets those bags out of our recyclables. It also reduces the safety risks to our team members, but we're also losing any material that is in bags. So if you have been bagging your materials, it's okay. We're not here to judge you, but we do really want you to try to make a change going forward. This means helping to keep your material loose, and there's a couple different ways you can do this. If you are set on using plastic bags and that's just what you've always done, you can still do that, but we just ask that when you bring it out to your cart, rip that bag open and dump it out loose into your cart. Then you can throw that bag in the trash, or if it's clean and dry, bring them to one of those separate drop-off locations that can still recycle bags. You can also use a reusable bin or bag in your house and bring that out to your cart, dump it loose, and then reuse that as a container. Or what my personal favorite is using a paper bag. So in my kitchen, I have a paper bag. I fill it up with recyclables. When it's full, I can take the whole thing and just toss it right into my cart. You may have also heard the recent news that the recycling rates in Sioux Falls are falling, and this is very concerning to us at Millennium. The other communities that we serve in the region are not seeing such a drop in recycling, and we really want to turn this trend around, especially in a city that is growing the way that Sioux Falls is. We should not be seeing this downward trend. It's really important that we recycle in general. It is estimated estimated that 40% of the raw materials needed for U.S. manufacturing comes from recycled materials. It expands the life of our landfill, it preserves our natural resources, and it's a huge energy savings. Across all of the categories that we accept, there is energy savings when you use recycled material versus using raw materials. So recycling is just a really easy way that everybody can contribute to a more sustainable community. So with that, we come to an end of our very first podcast. I want to say thank you to anyone who has made it this far and listening, and encourage you to recycle more, recycle as much as you can, and remember to keep it loose. If you want more information, you can find What to Recycle at SiouxFallsRecycles.org and become a binfluencer to help us spread the word of recycling. See you next time.